Today I did chest and triceps. I did bench, and then I did incline dumbbell, following cable pulls, high to low. And then did triceps with just dips and push down tricep exercise. And doing the exercise, I was moderately going through just glycolysis and going through Krebs cycle to ETC, and then eventually enough lactate built up during the glycolysis that it hit the glycolysis threshold, which usually happens whenever more hydrogens are being made and more lactate. And so I went towards the lactate system because I need more energy faster. And so that's how I went through glycolysis, because of lactate, instead of going through the Krebs cycle and ETC, because it couldn't keep up with my system because how fast I was going. Today I did back and biceps. I went from rows to lat pull downs to lat pulls. And then for biceps, I did curls. Then I also did hammer curls. And for this video, I'm going off of from the last video about lactate, going more into depth with it. And so once we build up enough hydrogen and lactate from glycolysis, the lactate goes into the liver. And from the liver, the lactate goes into the blood, making new glucose. This glucose goes back to the skeletal muscle where it came from for more energy, and using more of this glucose to keep making lactate to go back into the liver, into the blood, to make more glucose. And this is called the Cori cycle. Today I went on a run. A lot of endurance training, which is usually what I like to do more than resistance training. But I've recently learned in endurance training, how this goes with our class, is when I need to meet my requirements of this running during contraction, when the sarcomere gets a depolarization and releases calcium. This calcium then activates CAM-K, which then activates and increases PGC1A. This is where more mitochondria are genetically made, and more mitochondria equals to more ATP. Then eventually it meets more commands of contraction through mitochondrial bioenergetics. And so that is why endurance training is important to us, and how it is met through calcium and mitochondrial bioenergetics. Today I did chest and tri. I started with bench, 4 sets of 10. I did incline dumbbell, 4 sets of 10. I did chest flies, and after that I did dips, which helped my lower pecs and my triceps into my tricep workouts, which I followed with skull crushers, with tricep pushdowns. And this was a very slow workout, so you took glycolysis until I got speeding up into my into tricep workouts, which I needed more blood and more energy. So enough lactate built up, and I was able to go through that lactate system with glycolysis because ETC couldn't keep up, and also needed more blood. So through my blood flow into my lungs to my capillaries, I got oxidative blood into my muscles, so I could actually work on it. I could have muscle contraction. So today I did back and bi, just did rows, and I did lat pull downs, lat pulls, and then I did rear delt exercises. Additional to biceps, when I did curls, I did hammer curls. These about 4 sets of 10 for all these. But this is a very slow workout, so I went through glycolysis to citric cycle and also the ETC. Today I'm really talking about ETC. I want to go to the class. It really goes to the class by citric cycle, producing ATP and also producing NADH and FADH. And so the hydrogen on both of those molecules go away when they enter ETC, and there's just NAD and FAD left. these electrons, and then produces electrons, and electrons go down the electron carrier to form hydrogen ions at the top. And while these electrons go down the electron carrier, it also produces free radicals. And these free radicals eventually will combine with oxygen, making metabolic water. Today, I played ultimate frisbee, and this is a sport I do a lot. But for exercise, I really think it used my glycolysis and also built up a lot of lactate, which built up and then eventually went into the Cori cycle. And through the Cori cycle with my liver, going into the blood and making new glucose sugar to go back into the glycolysis cycle system. And also through that, I was also producing heat, also producing carbon dioxide, which was a rightward shift in my oxyhemoglobin curve, creating carbon dioxide, which was increasing my hydrogen ions, decreasing the pH in my body. So that is what happened. And then as I was done, which at the end of the day, I was taking a leftward shift in the curve, trying to get back to normal and get back to myself, which means my hydrogen ions were going down, pH was going up, because they are a vice versa kind of deal.